Hey there folks, this is Cliff, Kissy Boy Smith. It's coming back to another video. I want to show you guys a project that I've been working on. If you guys follow me on Facebook, you've more than likely already seen what this is going to be. And with that being the case, seeing these two models will give you a clue as to what it is. But those of you that aren't on Facebook or aren't following me on there, you're probably like, what the heck is this? What do you have to do with each other? I'm actually building a project that I've been wanting to do since I was a teenager, basically. My uncle had a car back in the early 2000s, actually it was back in the late 90s through the 2000s that he had picked up and made, I guess, his little street racing car and a little fun on the weekend car. But rather than give it away now, I'll just show you guys what it is. Alright, and here it is. I've been collecting parts for this for quite some time, and at initial glance it does look like the MPC El Camino, but if you kind of pan back a little bit, yep, this is a 1981 Chevy Malibu, and this is going to be my first all resin build up here. And the reason this is special is because my uncle had this car, like I said before, late 90s through the 2000s, and this was my favorite car growing up in the family, aside from my brother's Buick Apollo, which he got back in the early 2000s rather. But this car came before the Apollo. If you guys know about the Apollo, if you follow me on Facebook, then you know about the Apollo. Anyway, I've been collecting parts for this since early August. And I've been in contact with my uncle, the owner of this car, asking him little things about what he had on it when he owned it. I'll actually throw up some pictures that I have when I first got the body. Actually, I got this body on Monday, and from the very second that I opened up the box, I started working on this, because this is going to be a special project. I don't know how long it's going to take to get it completed, but this is one of those that I'm actually want to try and do my best to get it right. So when I first got it, as you know, with these resin kits, all the windows and everything had the flash over them, everything. I cleaned all that out. There was some flash around the wheel openings and so on, down around the rocker panels, and around everywhere. And you know, with the resin kit, you're gonna have to work it to get it to do what you want it to do. So this will be exercise and learning a bunch of new stuff that I've never done before, including trying to figure out how to chrome these things, which I'm pretty sure you guys, if you don't mind, if you can help me out in the comments, can let me know what I could possibly do. The wheels, those are from Scenes Unlimited. Scenes Unlimited. They actually come in big and little centerline wheels. I got 2 packs of the big and littles. I didn't know what if I was going to want to have the big ones in the back, but he ran the more shallow ones in the all around on his car. I actually tried to throw up some pictures of it, what it looked like when he took it to the racetrack up to New England Dragway in New Hampshire in Epping. Fortunately, I wasn't able to go there that day, but my dad was there. He took some pictures, and I'll throw those up in this video. But yeah, then I was thinking about it today, how long I've had this. I thought that I've had it for 2 weeks, but I started this on Monday, just working on it. Like I said, from jump, every time I worked on this car, I worked on this one. So that little VW Bug. I actually worked on both of these last night. Anyway, starting to ramble on about it, but the reason I'm proud of this is, like I said, this Malibu body, it's all it was a body, an interior bucket. It's got the tail lights, the bumpers, and the little header panel here. Everything is fused together. So I mean, the hood didn't open, the windows weren't open, and I'm gonna have to put some work in it to make it more like his car. But his car had the Landau roof, and I'm actually trying to work that in here so that it has it. I actually put that work in last night, so I'm trying to come up with a panel that will fit that area and make it look more like the Landau roof. His car also had a bench seat in it, so these seats come fused in there, so I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna work that out. But there's a bunch of parts that I've actually ordered this car August 1st and got it on Monday from a resin dealer on eBay. He apologized for how long it took to get here. Apparently he's been having some shipping issues, but the point is, it got here. It was in good order, so no hard feelings, and he's a good guy, so he made good on what he said he was gonna do, so I'm not gonna go into that. But there's several things that I had to overcome to get to this point so that I can mock it up. I was trying to figure out what I was gonna use for the chassis, and from what I was told on the website where I purchased it, or on eBay, on his description, he's also on Facebook too, but description said you would need a donor of the 86 MPC El Camino. What is not told is that the El Camino chassis is about a half a centimeter, I think, longer in the wheelbase, so that has to be shortened. And I thought to myself, I was like, well, if I'm gonna have to, if I'm just gonna use the MPC chassis, it's not as detailed as I wanted to, so I figured maybe I use the Revell 83 Hertz Oldsmobile. And once I got the body here, I looked at it, and that too is too long, so I would have to shorten that one. But I posted up on Facebook. I had a bunch of people, chime in on what to do, and one fella, his name was Edward, said, try the '69 Oldsmobile chassis, which I put the picture up the box at the beginning of the video. So if you're trying to figure out how that figures into this, and now you know. And the reason I was leaning more toward that one is because of this right here. Yeah, the El Camino and the Oldsmobile, neither one, or the 83 Olds, neither one of them have pivoting front suspension. So I would have to modify it to get that to happen. But like I said, work smarter, not harder. So that would have just added more unnecessary time to building this car. And I'm not saying I want to rush it or anything, but I want to do it as quick as I can so I can have it ready. So, so there's a few things on this car that I have to nail to make it look like his car. And number one thing is getting the body, finding a Malibu, first of all. Number two is finding these wheels, because I had a hard time finding center lines that would match his car. And even these, I'm going to have to do something, modification, I think, to make them look more like his wheels. I'll try to replicate the color of the wheels. Hopefully it'll come out right. And I've got these tires from the 65 Belvedere from Mobius. These tires to me look like the ones he ran on the car, but he had some Mickey Thompsons on it, street radials. So I just reached out to Fireball Model Works to see if he has them, and if he does, then I'm going to change these out. And his car has a little bit higher stance. These wheels aren't tucked underneath his wheels weren't tucked underneath the wheel wells. But to me, the way it looks right now, it looks pretty close to his car. And like I said, from the pictures you'll be able to tell. This body is still rough. I haven't done everything it takes to make it smoother. And then the last thing to quote-unquote nail my uncle's car, he had this bright, fiery red paint job. The paint was so bright red that in the sun it would almost blind you. That's how bright the red was on that car. It was a beautiful freaking car. Like, I wish I had the money to buy it from him when he had it. That car's always stuck out in my mind. Anyway, we're not going to go on too much longer with this video. I just wanted to show that to you, and maybe I'll go over a few more details that are in this at the moment, such as the opening hood. I'll just open that up and show it to you. Alright, and through the magic of video, there it is open. So, there's nothing to write home about inside here as yet, but I decided I'd just go ahead and work this open, because part of the point of having this car was, he used to, street race this car a little bit, which was it was a great, weekend thing to do. And I took it to the track a couple of times. I took track one time that I can remember, and ran it on the track. But this car was mainly a street beast, and it was the king of the street beasts, to be honest with you. And a lot of people came up against him, and he very rarely lost with this car. at least from what I witnessed. And anyway, this car was a street beast, and he would drive it on the weekend. Me and my brother used to always go by and hang out with him. And I never got to drive this car except to back it up one time. But anyway, I'm going to be trying to make this car. You guys can stay tuned. I'm not guaranteeing I'm going to be working on it every video or every week until it's done, but it's in my mind right now. So I'm going to get it as close as I can to where I need to be. And then I'm going to hopefully finish it, move on to the next project. But this is what I'm working on for now. And this one at the same time. But I'll probably do another video on this one with a little more detail. There's quite a few things that have gone into this. Just a little preview of that. Gone into that one that I'm pretty proud of too. But that's the 1981 Chevy Malibu. It's not red yet, but it's Bubba's red Malibu from Uncle Bubba. Alright guys, appreciate you tuning in. Y'all take care and keep building.